welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and Gillette Stadium in Foxborough on Sunday night prime time. On the Ravens sideline, head coach John Harbaugh. His guys playing extremely well, 6-2 in their last 8. On the other side, it's Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go. Alongside Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. The kicker has us set for the start. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
Real quick, operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Right to the air to open this one up. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. It's 2nd down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. They'll have a 1st down. It's a gain of 28.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
That one is complete to Hartman. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's 3rd down coming up.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
But he goes nowhere. Ball doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up 4th down.
The key to a good zone read offense is the timing, and in this case, it took a little bit longer to get going. By the time the back was given the ball, the defense was through. They're able to take him down on 3rd down for a big loss.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, Jackson. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down. The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. They'll be led by the man from North Carolina, 6'4", quarterback Drake May.
Here we have a guy, Mike, just really coming off a tremendous outing last week. It seemed like everything was working for him in that win. The early rhythm he was able to establish, he rode that to the final whistle. They had an answer for everything the defense threw at him, and if he continues to stay one step ahead and continues to protect the ball at this rate, he's going to be a hard group to beat.
First play, and May goes to the air. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and it'll lead to a second down. They'll run, and this is Ramondre Stevenson. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He'll find his tight end, that's Henry. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. What's that? On the give, this is Stevenson. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. From the 43, here's 2nd and 9. May gonna look to throw. Open man, Demario Douglas. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 8.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for this. It's Stevenson. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Gonna depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
It's 4th down.
Five. Crazy. You there. All right, coach. Crazy. It's five. Crazy.
They're going. It's May. Open man is Douglas. It's complete. And he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down.
1st and 10.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. 0-0 is the score. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. Time for the second quarter. Patriots with the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Stevenson. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Tackled there by Trenton Simpson.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. To throw now. May. A throw out wide. That is dropped. That could be a live football. Past the 40. Inside the 20. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. On the return, Travion Henderson. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. The numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here, right up there among the NFL leaders in touchdown passes. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's May. No chance at all. He'll go down.
These are the type of negative plays that you just can't allow to happen, especially when you find yourself trailing. They continue to lose chunks of yards on these sacks, and they want to claw themselves out of this hole. They're going to have to protect the quarterback.
Here goes some crazy. What's up? 5.
Throwing on 2nd down. May. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's May. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
On 4th down, Bryce Beringer out to punt for New England, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for and taken successfully. The Ravens offense ready for their 2nd possession. They lead it here in the 2nd quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on 1st down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On the option, they give it to Henry. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
And he's going to go backwards again. The defense coming up big, forcing 4th down.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
Oh, looked like he may have had a seam for a moment, but is taken down after a solid return. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. That'll be complete to Gibson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing now is May. He'll dump this out wide to Gibson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. 2 minutes remaining. 1st half in a 7-0 game. We're back to Foxborough after this. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go, front. Hey, what's that? Crazy, crazy, crazy. Crazy, crazy.
Now May has completed to Douglas. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. May going to hustle them up to the line.
Patriots, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Crazy, crazy.
May to the air once more. That's into the hands of Diggs. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Here's May again. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Way beyond Henderson. Touchdown, New England. It's his second touchdown of the year.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be at a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Patriots will level things out at 7 apiece. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half, and the kickoff's coming their way. This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Ravens offense going to take over just before the half, and nothing has come from these first two drives. Got a turnover on downs, followed by a punt last time they had it. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Slot man in motion right. On 1st and 10. Jackson. And he gets that to Hardman. Now the Ravens use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1.
2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. They'll motion a tight end right. Jackson now on 2nd down, and that ball incomplete.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms, so missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
One of the tight ends motions right. Jackson on 3rd and 2. He'll try and get there on the ground. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the 1st down.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot based on what...
And that ball intercepted. It's Christian Gonzalez. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown.
And Mike, and as bad as things seem, especially after that last play, the key to playing quarterback in this league, if you're going to allow bad plays to lead to more bad plays, you're not going to last very long. So it's the value of, hey, can you win the next play and then the play after that? Those are the guys that really make it in this league, and we're going to get a good test of it right here.
The extra point now for Borregales. The kick is good, so add one more, and it will take a first-half lead into the locker room.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. As this Sunday's action is coming to a close, big day of football we had today. Here we go. Our trip across the NFL starts now. In Santa Clara, the Niners at home to take on the Eagles.
And this one, I'm not quite sure what to make of this. Well done here. It's a touchdown. The 49ers win their second straight as they get the victory here.
From there, how about we head out to Buffalo? Let's check in on the Bills as they play host to the Chicago Bears. And this is Josh Allen, hooking up with his man for the touchdown here, one of 3 touchdown passes for him in the ballgame. One last one to show you, and it's in Detroit. It's the Lions taking on the Miami Dolphins. And it's Tua. He gets this one complete, 6-yard touchdown pass. The Dolphins find a way to pull this one out as they escape with the narrow win. And here's a look at the rest of the action that's going on, the risers and the fallers around the NFL here in Week 10. Meanwhile, in our game, a fairly even first half, all things considered. 14-7 is the halftime score. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his season total. You get a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes to this point this season. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10.
What's up? Crazy, crazy.
To throw is May. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Now here we go. Hey, what's up?
Here's May. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
What's up? Hey, what's up? Hey, kid. Rip.
Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Crazy. Five.
Throwing is May. That's complete to Ramondre Stevenson out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. 16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Patriots first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. On play action, here's May. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Third and long. Throw again is May. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
That's fielded at about the 18. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The Ravens offense getting ready for their opening possession of this 2nd half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. Putting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Give it to the first option. That's the fullback. Trying to use that big body to get the yardage, but he is stopped for no gain.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run, there's no holes for the back to find, and all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Pistol give to Henry. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 1. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That one caught by Wester. And he will get into the end zone. Rajante Wester. Touchdown, Baltimore. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. On is Luke to add the extra point. His kick is good, and the Ravens will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Marcus Jones now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. May gonna look to throw. He's found his receiver, Butte. Well, he's brought down. That pass is gonna pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're gonna stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
That's to the left side and taken in by Dish. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
First and 10.
So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10.
Here we go, set up. Hey, what's up?
Stevenson will get the call to start the 4th quarter. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Five. Crazy.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. Open man, right side. He's got it.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just...
John Harbaugh, not a fan of that call, and out comes the challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there unsuccessful, and it will remain a completed pass. It's going to be 3rd. They need 1.
Here we go, set up. Hey, what's up? Combo. Crazy. Hey, five. Crazy. Crazy.
Off the play fake, it's May. And that is incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable. Incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
Possibly the play of the game right here. It is 4th down.
Crazy. Crazy. 5. Crazy. 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 5.
They'll go. Here's May. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And he continues to show off his ability to run with the football when the situation calls for it. He is the NFL's leader in rush yards at the quarterback position. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That's good for Baltimore. First down. It's a gain of 17.
They'll motion the slot man right.
First down, Baltimore.
He'll step up and run. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7. Retained from the 21. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the gun, Jackson. He's hit after the catch and the ball comes free. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. But fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
First down.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. That's into the hands of Lester. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Baltimore first down.
Hey, report.
1st and goal, Baltimore.
Throwing Jackson. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet inbounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
Good blocking, and he's in. Derrick Henry, touchdown Ravens. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. Luke now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Ravens have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Jones now on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go, son. Ready, what's that?
Out of the gun, here's May. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
What's that? Ready, what's that? 5. Crazy.
Working out of the gun, it's May. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. This is a tough spot. 3rd down and 10.
What's that? Ready, what's that? 5. Crazy. You're on the ball. Five.
Now, May. And this ball incomplete on third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
You there. Get down, there you go. Crazy.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. That's taken in, and he is going to pick up a Patriots first down. How about that for a big play on 4th and 10? They get almost exactly what they needed to keep this drive going. They'll drop to throw. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
May to throw again. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Throwing on third down is May. They'll set up the screen for Gibson.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on third down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
Will they bring the heat for 4th and 6?
Crazy. Five.
They're going. It's May. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. They'll send a tight end in motion. On the handoff, it's Henry. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Patriots 38-yard line.
Now a run, and it's their fullback with the carry. Trying to use that big body to go forward. Going to get to the line of scrimmage, but nothing after that. New England going to take their second timeout. They'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
The Patriots offense ready to take over once again. They'll do so with 1st and 10.
Here goes that. Hey, what's that? Crazy, crazy.
Here's May. He'll air it out down the middle. And that is incomplete. Kayshawn Booty was the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up second down.
Well, it's safe to say this offense now is entering desperation mode. They have such a long way to go with such little time to do it. You're thinking chunk plays, get out of bounds. You have to stop the clock and continue to pick up as much yardage as you can to, at the very least, be in position to take one Hail Mary shot to the end zone.
May to throw on second down. That one taken in by Douglas. And he'll be out of bounds after a gain of 9. They'll go about trying to convert on third down.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
Needing to convert here on 3rd and inches.
Hey, what's that? Crazy, crazy, crazy.
To throw is May. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he's out of bounds with the first down, so they get a new set of downs, and just as importantly, stop the clock.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
Torpedo! Crazy, crazy.
May to the air once more. Has completed to Douglas. And he'll be out of bounds, a pickup of 5.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Five. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Here's May again. He'll let one go down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. They're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory.